All right, I've been itching to make this video, so I'm just gonna come out and say whatever, right? Now, this is not financial advice. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do when it comes towards your money and how you want to live your life. Now, from my assessment in America, they look at you as a business, right? And if you're a business, they're gonna try to make them as much as they can make off of you. And from what I'm seeing, you pretty much gotta buy your freedom. And if you don't buy your freedom, you're going to be at the mercy of the government. Now, with that being said, is what's going to lead me to what I'm about to break off to you guys. When you retire, right, based upon a job that you work in, let's say you do like a regular 9 to 5, the maximum you probably get for Social Security, if I'm not mistaken, because Social Security not going up in any ways, is basically staying where it is by the current moment. The maximum you could get for Social Security working a 9 to 5 is probably maybe $1,000, and that's before taxes. When they take out taxes, you probably get like about 8 or so. Now, if you're a poor person, you probably get all of it. But if you have something to your name, they're probably going to say you don't qualify, or they're probably going to basically give it a bare minimum. Now, what I'm basically saying when I say you got to buy your freedom is that if, let's say you work for MTA, you get good Social Security. Pretty much any government job that you do, you are going to get good benefits. I mean, if you work in the postal office, postal services, which will be bellying up in a few years. If you do police, firework, if you work at DMV, you work for Social Security. If you work any kind of government office, you're going to get good Social Security. And I'm going to say, give and take, this is just like a number that I'm throwing out there. You probably get $3,000. But if you get that $3,000, you got to make sure you own your shit before you retire. Because if you don't retire before you own your shit, you're going to have to give that money back in bills. And when you go to Social Security, they're going to tell you that you don't make enough. You make too much money, so they're not going to help you. Now, the point that I'm trying to drive is this, right? Why I say you got to buy your freedom is this. If you go to the government with nothing, you get all the help. You get food stamp, you get Section 8, you get all of that shit, but you're at the mercy of the government. Now, if you buy your freedom, basically, you could dictate how you want. And if you get any kind of outside entity as where you create income or something like that, the government is going to say you make too much, fuck you. Now, what I'm basically also trying to gear at is you gotta buy your financial freedom. And if you want financial freedom, it's gonna be base job. So if you work a good government job, as I mentioned before, you're gonna get good benefits. But if you work a shitty job, you're gonna get a whack ass benefit. Now, if you own any properties or you own any kind of good money or so, the government is gonna say, get rid of all of your shit, come to me broke, and I'll help you. You don't want to go out that road. You basically want to buy your financial freedom where you work a good job and you could basically dictate how you want to live your lifestyle. You could go on a vacation if you want. You could do certain things within the money that you make, because you're budgeting yourself. You know how you spend your money, and you could do whatever the fuck you want to do. When you're at the mercy of the government, you got to do everything low-key because they count every year on your ass. Now, which bring me to the golden rule of thumb. If you want to make good money, this is not financial advice. This is just something that I've seen. Get 20 bands, get a personal loan, and put that in a high dividend yield stock, and use that money that you get back from dividends to pay the loan back off. Let me say that once more time again. I'm not going to give no stock or anything of the sort. I'm into the stock market. This is why I know this. And like I said, this is not financial advice. Now I'm going to say this one more time. Credit is very good. Get a high dividend yield dividend stock. Put 20 bands in it and use the money that you get the dividend to pay the loan back off. Because we're taught to go to school to work for money. We're not supposed to work for money. Money's supposed to work for us. Play the video back again if you missed the gem.